Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here today with another Empties video. And quite frankly, I am shocked that I got through this much in just 2 weeks. Technically, yes, I was being very strategic in my melting for the past 2 weeks because like I said, our parents are about to come in town and I know I won't be able to melt like at the level that I am when, you know, it's just us. So I got a ton of stuff. So if you are interested in seeing like what I knocked out, I got Scentsy, I got Vendor Wax, I have self-care products, you know, fragrances, all the things. If you are interested, then please stay tuned. Okay, y'all. So I have everything. I'm ready to start. I have everything organized and I already got my scent notes for Scentsy pulled up. I know y'all are shocked. So we're going to go ahead and start with Scentsy because I knocked out 8 Scentsy bars in 2 weeks. I mean, I was knocking them out. So, and I think you'll be quite surprised at my thoughts on a lot of these. So the first one is Cranberry Garland, and this is Sweet Tart Cranberry Grounded by Sage and Earthy Pine Cones. And this was nice. Like, I don't know if like it's anything that I have to club or anything, but I enjoyed it. It was kind of like a sweet cinnamony, like hint of spice, like type cranberry. But the cranberry was the most prominent and I really enjoyed it. So next we got this caramel praline cake. So this smells delightful in the clam, and because I remembered Alexis Schluter, I believe that's the name of her channel, I think it's just her name, and then Charity both mentioned that they put this in their warmers and they got 0 throw. So I got this in November. I said, well, I'll give it a month to cure, we'll see how it does. And I could smell it. I'm not gonna say I didn't get any throw, but was I highly unimpressed by the amount of throw that I got? Yes. Like, especially after giving it a month to cure, when Scentsy claims that like their wax doesn't need any time to cure, I was unimpressed with the throw. I have one more bar that I am going to give even more time to cure and see if it does better. I do have it in my club, but if that bar does not do any better, it's getting kicked on out. I don't have time to keep stuff that doesn't have throw. Like, what's the point of that even if it does smell good? So we'll see. Also, if you hear me sniffling and I sound all excuse me, this weather has been up and down. 70s one day, 30s the next, hot, cold, windy, sunny, rainy, and my allergies and sinuses have just had it. I'm actually going to take some Flonase once I finish with this video, but for now, this is what you got. And I'm sure sniffing all this wax is not helping. Next, we have Black Forest Pine. And this is dark fir balsam accented with peppered tangerine and an air of smoked vanilla. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, when I smelled this in the clam, I thought, ew, absolutely disgusting. So I warmed it in my guest room because I was like, I'm not gonna like this, whatever. Y'all, I enjoyed this. I mean, I'm not gonna say that like I would go out and buy 5 more bars, but I wouldn't be opposed to picking up another one for like the holiday time. I'm not sure what's going on because I keep saying I'm not a tree girl, but it was nice. And these pepper tangerine, I don't really like citrus. I don't like peppery notes. I darn sure don't like fir. I don't know, but I enjoyed this. This smells far better on warm than it does on cold. Let me tell you that. Don't judge this by how it smelled on cold because I thought it was going to be disgusting and I enjoyed it. So there's that. I'm just going to throw these. Well, I'll just keep stacking them right there. Okay. Next, we have Huckleberry Wreath, and this is Crimson Red Currant and a handful of Huckleberries Brighten Aretha Frosted Fir. This is okay. I don't like Huckleberry, that I have learned, or at least I don't like Scentsy's Huckleberry. It's not a scent that I enjoy. I've warmed several Huckleberry scents from Scentsy, and I have not enjoyed any of them enough to ever want to repurchase it again. I got this in a warehouse bundle. I'm good on Huckleberry Wreath. Okay, next we have Icicles and Evergreen. So I remember Alexis talking about how wonderful this scent was, and I didn't realize I had it in my collection, and I warmed it. Y'all, I know it's not in the catalog, but it was really, really nice. I would get a bar or 2 of it every December if I could. Cool Blue Eucalyptus and Pine Needles iced with crystallized sugar. Who am I turning into? This was nice. It was really, really nice. It was really, oh, sorry. It was really pretty on warm too. It was just a really nice tree scent. Okay, so next we got Snow Kiss Cranberry. And this is frozen pink cranberries trekked through a path of fresh fallen powder among white balsam and glistening sugared woods. This one was also nice, but it was light. I mean, it wasn't like a powerhouse or anything. So I don't know if it's something I'd have to have again, but it was a really nice, enjoyable scent. Next, I have Red Berry and Spruce. So this is cranberry, raspberry, and blue spruce. I love this. This, I wish that I could get more of this. It was great. Like I said, apparently Scentsy was what I needed to turn me into a tree girl. So we're going to end, this is the last Scentsy bar. We're going to end this on a sour note. This is Peppermint Dreams. Apparently this was a bring back my bar scent. I thought it was just a peppermint scent. That's all I smelled on cold. And so this is a warm rush of chocolate cupcake sweetness cooled by a blast of fresh mint. And so at first I tried to mix this with Scentsy Sugar Cookie, which did nothing but just make it sweeter. I tried to warm it like out in my open concept, and I had to take it out. Like, it was making me nauseous. So let's start here. I'm not a big peppermint person, but peppermint with bakery I do like. But what this reminded me of was those, you know, those Andes chocolate mint candies, like with the green cream whatever on the inside, or a peppermint patty. I hate both of those. I think they're disgusting. I'm sorry for anyone who loves it. I hate them. I hate the smell of them. I never, like, if ever like I went somewhere and they had those in the candy jar with a whole bunch of other stuff, I wouldn't even get the other stuff because the smell of that, the flavor of that would just take over the rest of the candy. Can y'all tell I don't like it? And that's what this smelled like. And when I realized it had that chocolate cupcake and the peppermint in it, I was like, well, no wonder I hated it. I don't have to ever. I don't want this for free. They could bring a truckload of it to my house. I don't want it. I never, ever have to experience Peppermint Dreams again. That's how strongly I feel about it. For those of you who love it, I'm so glad that you do. Just not my scent preference. So next we got some Walmart wax here. Their Mainstays collection, they had these 12 days of Christmas scents. And I picked these up when I was in Louisiana because I wandered down the wax aisle while I was in Walmart and I just couldn't help myself. The first one is White Almond and Nutmeg, and it was White Almond, Nutmeg, and Vanilla. Pretty simple, right? And this one, it was nice. Like, it was a nice, enjoyable scent. Mind you, these are $1.82 and you get 2.5 ounces, and Scentsy, you get 3.2 ounces for $6. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you are, you know, trying to budget or spend a little bit less money but you still enjoy wax, like, these perform really well and you get a good amount in it. Just saying, I enjoyed it. Now this one here, Snowberries, I saw it in the store the other day and I almost picked up another one because I loved it that much. This is sorry, eyelash here. This is Frozen Berries, Tangerine, and Jasmine Petals. This was the most delicious, bright, fruity but still wintry scent. That tangerine with the frozen berries, oh, and the jasmine, I loved it. I loved it. And I warmed it. It was a powerhouse. It smelled so good. $1.82. I'm just saying, I was very happy with Mainstays Wax's performance. And if they come out with some spring and summer scents, I'm probably going to try them. I actually like them better than Sensationals Wax. Just saying. All right, so that's all of my clams from anybody. Oh. I just dropped something. Let's see if I can reach it without having to get up. That's just, okay. I think I can get it. Hold on. Okay. All right, so now, next, we got all this good vendor wax that I got through. So the first thing was this Swanky Pumpkin Pie Pumpkin Roll sample that I warmed, and this was really nice. It wasn't necessarily the strongest, but it also wasn't the lightest. I would say it was a medium. I warmed it in my bedroom. I enjoyed it. I'm not sure if it's like something that I would go out and seek more of, but I did enjoy it. Next we have Teddy B's Fall Signature Sugar Cookie. This is sweet sugar, buttery shortbread, buttercream frosting, vanilla, sugar cookie dough blended with berry waffle cone. So here's the thing about this scent. it was light, and I feel like looking back now on knowing what I know about Teddy B's and Tiffany's blends, I ordered, well, so technically I didn't order this one. This came in my order that kind of got mixed up with someone else's, but I did just order the actual sugar cookie scent, which I'm working on warming that as well. Knowing now what I know about her blends and her wax being like probably on the more like light to medium side, I would have never ordered this just because from experience, I know like based on these scent notes, like it wasn't going to be a powerhouse. So this was light. I warmed it like in my bedroom and like in our bathroom that's connected to our bedroom. But here's the weird thing about it. Like I would warm it and I would come in and I'd be like, I can't really smell anything. Like it's very, very light. And then I would come back like an hour later and it'd be like this little burst of whoosh. And so then it would be kind of like a approaching medium. And then I'd come back and it'd be like, we're back to light. So that was kind of weird. It'd come alive for a little bit and then be like, this is not a scent. I didn't even bother to try this in my open concept. I knew, and I'm glad I knew. So it was nice, but this is not a scent that I would repurchase. Next, we got Britta's Necessity of Life is Cookies. Gingerbread, Hansel and Gretel, and Mrs. Claus's Cookies. This was delicious. This smelled like a nice piece of hot, warm gingerbread that you had just taken out of the oven. And warmed. I warmed like the whole souffle in one day, like all throughout my house. It smelled so good and it lasted all day. I really enjoyed that and I would repurchase this. Next, we have, from Lavender and Speckles, y'all. I know on my last Empties, I just talked about not being that crazy about French toast. And here I am talking about a scent that had the French toast oil in it. But Beth did her thing with this. Hold on, let me grab a sip of water. Okay, the pumpkin and gingerbread French toast. This is pumpkin spice, fresh gingerbread cookies, vanilla, butter fudge, and French toast. Oh, the scent was so good. It was amazing. This is an absolute must repurchase for me. This was so good. It was strong. I warmed this in my open concept, and then I had 2 little bunch shapes left, and I warmed it in my bedroom and bathroom one day. Y'all, this went the whole day. I got equal notes of that pumpkin and gingerbread. It was just delicious and ooey and gooey. It was strong. I didn't have to wonder where it was. Like all throughout the day, I was just walking through my house like, it smells so good. I love when I have wax days like that and my scent just knocks me out. Like, not like knocks me out like figuratively, but like I'm just blown away by how good it is. That was me in this blend. Absolute repurchase. Absolute repurchase. Okay, next I have 2 scents from Up the Creek Scents. This was gifted to me by Miss Mila for Maya's 2 cents. So the first one I warmed is pumpkin sugar corn pudding. And let me tell you, I didn't know what to make of this scent at first because I put it in my warmer and I was like, you can't really smell it. And then I was like, okay, I smell it. And then I was like, do I like it? And then I decided that I do like it and I want to buy more. So that was like the evolution of my thoughts behind this one. Now I will say, this doesn't smell like a sweet cornbread type note. To me, this smells like if you take like all the ingredients for cornbread and mix it together. Not cornbread where you add sugar or honey, but just like the cornmeal and milk and egg and all that stuff. Mix it together, your baking powder, whatever else you need. And you put it like in the oven, like before you even baked it, like when it's still raw. That's what this smelled like to me. But I really enjoyed it. So I absolutely would get this again. I know based on that description that sounded weird as I don't know what, but it was really good, y'all. Like I enjoyed it. The next one, y'all know I'm gonna get this again. This is also from Up the Creek Scents. Zucchini Cookie Bakery. I mean, it's zucchini bread. So these are 2 scents that I would definitely be on the lookout for from Up the Creek Scents in March, April-ish time frame when I'm ready to actually start ordering some more stuff. I'm gonna mark that down on my wax spreadsheet as absolute yes. All right, next I got a sample from Second and Spruce. This is her buttered rum eggnog sample. This was delightful. Oh, let me tell you something. Erica knows how to make a boozy eggnog that smells great, even to those of us who don't like booze. So I'm not a big alcohol person. I darn sure don't like hard liquor. That's just a personal preference. I've never liked the way it tasted. I'm the girl who, it's got to be more fruit juice and punch and sugar than anything in order for me to enjoy it. But this was good and boozy, and to be able to make, in my opinion, like an eggnog scent, like sometimes that's not a scent that throws well, but this was it was delicious. It was so good. Definitely would repurchase it. Hope she brings that back next year. Next I have Harper James. The first scent I have is pink peppermint cookies, and this is peppermint, pink sugar, and sugar cookies. And this was nice, but it was light. It was light. It's a really pretty peppermint scent. I thought it was going to be like more peppery bakery leaning, but to me it was more like peppery, like pretty perfumey leaning, but it was a really nice scent. It just was light. And then this is my next Harper James scent. This is Santa's Bake Shop. Fresh baked bread, gingerbread, nutmeg, caramel, and maple. So this was like a little sickeningly sweet to me because of that maple note. You know, sometimes I'm kind of funny about maple, but it also was light. Here's the thing with my experience so far with Harper James. This is just me and my home. I have found that most of her scents work best for me in a bedroom. Like I can't warm them in my open concept because I'm not going to be able to smell them well. Not at the level at which I like. Now y'all have to understand, I'm not a person who likes like just a hint of fragrance. I want to know what's there. I want it to be in my face. I don't want to have to look for it or search for it. That has not been my experience with Harper James thus far. So because of that, I'm not saying I won't ever repurchase from her again, but it will probably be quite a while because I still have some more scents that I'm working through, and I'm trying to figure out, like, is it just certain scents? Are there some that work better than others in my home? So that's what I'm working on figuring out. But I'm just letting you know where my head is right now. Next, we got Dessa's. So I got through 2 breakaway bars. The first one was chestnuts roasting on an open fire. This was chestnuts, brown sugar, sugar cookies, and marshmallow fireside, which is a house blend. And y'all, this smells so good on cold. It smells so good. I thought I had found my my dupe for Scentsy's, is it caramel chestnut? I thought I found a dupe for it because I didn't know Scentsy existed when that scent came out, and I was like, oh, I have a dupe. I don't have to worry about the fact that it's not in my club, and I was never able to club it. This was light, and I warmed this in my open concept. Couldn't really smell anything. Then I warmed it in my bedrooms, and I was able to smell it, but it was just really light. So I don't know if it needed more cure time, but I got it in October, so it had 2 months to cure. It did not do well for me. Now this scent from Dessa's, Candy Cane Snowball Cookies. This one was excellent, and I would absolutely repurchase this. This is sugar cookies, crushed candy cane bits, and vanilla glaze. This was delicious. I loved it. It's peppermint bakery. It is so good, and it's not like too peppermint leaning. Like, I feel like it's even parts of both. You get even bits of that sugar cookie and vanilla glaze, and also those crushed candy cane bits. Excuse me, it was really, really good. Last 2 scents from Wax, okay? The first one is Rose Girl's Crushed Candy Cane Ice Cream Cake. And this smelled really good in the bag. This was a light to medium performer for me in my open concept and in the bedrooms. I tried it in both. The next one, Hallmark Christmas Movies and Chill. This is pistachio, marshmallow fluff, vanilla crunch donuts, and cinnamon sugar donuts. Now this one, like when I opened the bag, it blew me out the water. Like, so I just knew that this was going to be super strong and perform so well for me. And it was, I would say this is like I would say both of these were like a light to medium. It's not that I couldn't smell them, but the strength when you open the bag was not the strength that I got when I put this in my warmer. So Rose Girls for me continues to be inconsistent. I have some scents that, I mean, do great, and then I have some that, like, I think, man, this is going to be amazing, and they just don't. So I'm kind of trying to figure out, like, what blends from Rose Girls are, like, repurchase, you know, scents for me, and which ones just may not perform well for me, or, you know, I don't know if it's certain scent notes, or maybe it's just kind of luck of the draw. But I got through 2 of the mini melter bags, and I'm proud of myself for that. So that's everything Wax related. Now on to these self-care items, y'all, because I am wore out. The first one, we got a soap and iced cinnamon rolls. Loved it. Bath and Body Works. I will always repurchase their foaming soaps. I love their iced cinnamon roll scent. We got a couple of skincare products. We have the COSRX Niacinamide treatment. Summer Michelle recommended this brand to me. I've already used one of these. I've already repurchased it and I'm still using it. I love it. Then we have the Paula's Choice Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid, which is SPF 50. This is one of the few SPFs that I can use on my brown skin where it doesn't leave a white cast, and it also doesn't leave my skin feeling greasy and like there's just this film sitting on top of it. I hate that feeling. This works well for me. This will always be a repurchase. Is that all skincare? We can toss this in here. This Jergens Ultra Healing Extra Dry Skin Moisturizer. I keep this in my purse for like when I've washed my hands out somewhere because I hate to have dry hands. This is great. It's like, I use it as a hand cream basically. It's like, I don't know, maybe $2 in Target and Walmart in the travel section. Highly recommend. Next, we got the Sweet Tooth by Sabrina Carpenter, the little travel size of the perfume. This came like in a gift set with the other one, so I knocked this one out while using up some blends. I enjoy this. I don't know if this is a scent, like when I use it up, I don't have to repurchase it. It's light, you know, it's a more inexpensive perfume. It just, you know, it's okay. Next, I used up the set of pumpkin, what is this? Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte from Bath and Body Works. I don't ever have to have this in my collection again. I did not enjoy it. This is a scent I got when I thought I needed to buy everything that Bath and Body Works came out with before I learned what I enjoy and what I don't, and before I learned the art of if you don't like it, take it back. So glad to have it out of my collection though. And with using that up, I used up a 3.4 ounce of Jessica Simpson's Fancy perfume. This was a perfume I purchased when I first started buying fragrances because people said this is a delicious caramel perfume. On me, I get the florals the most, and then eventually it dries down and I eventually get caramel, but it was never something that I loved. I just kind of used it up organically in my collection with things, and now it's gone and I'm not repurchasing it. This is the Trader Joe's Coconut Body Butter. I love Trader Joe's body butters. I love the packaging. Like, it's this absolutely divine, expensive packaging. Their body butters are like $7 or $8. I will absolutely repurchase this again in the summer. And then lastly, oh y'all, I'm tired. I use up 2 body washes. I use up Soft Soap Body's Tahitian Bliss, which I enjoy this. I like the Soft Soap body washes. I would repurchase them again. And then also the Native Sour Berry Belts Candy Shop body wash. This was okay. I'm not as big of a fan of the Native body washes. Like, as I use them up, I don't know. I don't enjoy their packaging. They're hard to kind of squeeze out. The top sometimes, because of this little plastic part, they break off. I don't have to repurchase that. Whew, we made it through, y'all. That is everything that I used up for the last 2 weeks. As y'all can see, I was a busy bee knocking some stuff out of my collection. I'm happy to have it out. If you all enjoyed this video, I would so appreciate a thumbs up. I'm curious, what have you guys been like using up? Is it whether it's wax or self-care related? I would love to hear about both. And if you enjoyed this video and you are not subscribed to my channel, I would so appreciate it if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.